Previously on the Transformers, The Legend of Zarak.
You will leave Decepticon-held territory and never return. Your assets will become my own. You will not make contact with any other Transformer ever again. The honor of your lordship's house would be maintained. Zarak is alive. Repeat, alive. Zarak has outwitted this unit twice. First, in your combined form. Then, as your individual cells. He is currently making good his escape in a Snapdragon-class fighter. Make an example of anyone foolish enough to aid him.
And now, the legend continues.
Seeker Command, this is Ramjet. Come in. Over.
This is Starscream at Seeker Command. Report, Ramjet.
That's just it, Starscream. There's nothing to report. It's dead out here. No secret Autobot military buildup. No unruly locals. I'm so bored. Next time you need Deceptive Patrol, ask someone else. Requesting permission to return to base. What the?
Imbecile! Can you not see I'm cutting out of light speed here?
Ramjet. 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 I know you can hear me, Ramjet. Ramjet, respond immediately! You can't just come back to base because there's nothing to do.
Drunk Zarak.
Well. These optics may be ancient, but they have never deceived me. My commiserations, Zarak.
What for?
I don't know, but if you've come to see me, things must be very bad indeed. Ever since Lord Straxus became Decepticon leader and cast out the old guard, it's been a bit of a career killer to be seen with me.
Yes, well, he's dead now.
So I've heard. I've also heard that you were a contender to replace him. Would you like to talk about it?
Later. First, I require rest and repairs.
Very well, then. Rest and repairs it shall be.
What a load of old junk.
Says the bot is flying around in a snapdragon. I wouldn't be seen dead in this piece of scrap.
Yes, well, as of late, this piece of scrap and I have been through quite a lot together.
I can tell. But why didn't you turn and fight?
What makes you think I didn't turn and fight?
All the damage is to the rear. You were fleeing. In quite a hurry, I'd say.
Let's unload all of this first, General.
Is that everything?
Nope. There. This is everything.
You are a shambles, Zarak.
Possibly, but only temporarily. Ooh, I nearly forgot. Watch out! It's okay. He's offline.
He said he's not offline.
Yes, I can understand my own drone, thank you.
Well, you're going to have to move all that stuff over to the elevator platform. It's not going to fit in the turbo lift.
No need. Not while I have this.
You and your toys. Very well. Follow me, your lordship.
Crank, do you realize what this is?
Well, it's a ship.
It's a Sky Stalker. Why haven't you looked after this?
A sky stalker? Is that good?
Good. This is one of the fastest, most heavily armored, rarest ships ever made. There are only 10 in existence, if memory serves.
Well, now there are only 8 in existence.
You have 2? You will sell me one!
I can't. I turned the other one into what you see here. That one I use for spare parts.
Spare parts? You realize you could sell what's left of this and buy a much better home?
What exactly is wrong with my home?
Well, it's
It's not for sale, Zarak.
Okay.
Don't just stand there, come along. Oh, Zarak. Mind your head. Make yourself at home.
It's very minimalist, Crank.
Well, maybe. But I have everything I require to survive. For example, over here I have a CR chamber with a built-in medibot. And over here I have a table. Now the tour is done, take a seat and I'll get us some energy on. Yes, the 84, I think. Yes. And here you go.
Very kind. So, General, what have you been doing since you retired?
Let's see, after Straxus took over, I became a bit of a freelancer, you might say. You know, offering my military expertise here and there. For example, the coup on TC-75.
You jest.
I don't joke about my job. That was my handiwork.
That coup changed the balance of power in the whole quadrant.
So they say. But as time passed and Straxus tightened his grip on the Empire, I thought it best to lay low for a while. That's when I decided to make my home here on Welker.
I see. How exactly does one make ends meet on a barren sand planet?
Well, I fix things.
Like a mechanic?
Yes. I also occasionally still fix the odd problem.
Forgive me, but it doesn't exactly look like business is booming in either respect.
Good. That's exactly how I want it to look. Listen, the right people know where to find me, and my clients pay very well for my silence. So, your turn. Apart from getting shot at, what have you been up to lately?
Well, for one tiny moment, Crunk, for one shining moment, the entire universe was aligned in my favor. I became a god. This angered Shockwave no end, and he managed to take me down using 2 combiners and an unholy alliance forged with the Dinobots. It was shortly after that I fled LS4 and came here.
I'm sorry, could you go back? You became a god?
Yes?
And are you still a god?
I'm not entirely sure how it works. I assume so, yes.
Wait, are you certain you weren't followed here?
Not likely. I made sure I came out of Lightspeed with my Navicom off. I would have left little to no signature. Now, shall we fix things?
Seek a command to Ramjet. This is Starscream. Respond. Ramjet. Ramjet. Come in, Ramjet. Ramjet, acknowledge. You had better not be ignoring me again. Are you there, Ramjet? Ramjet, report.
Go on, fast track. Do a couple of laps of the compound and stretch up that new suspension.
So, where will you go from here? Back to where you came from?
I couldn't if I wanted to. My former home was a wandering moon.
Sounds like a decent enough location for a hideout. Rather difficult to locate a space body that isn't fixed in orbit.
This particular space body is on a collision course with the 3rd planet of the system it's currently traversing. In a few cycles, LS4 won't even exist. Now from here I shall travel to Cybertron. You see, Shockwave, he stole some valuable data from me.
So I assume you're just going to say, "Excuse me, Shockwave. I do apologize for breaking into your lab, but would you be ever so kind as to hand back my data?"
How glib. No, I thought it would be far easier to blow up his whole laboratory with his copy of the files. If he happens to be in there at the time, fair enough. You know, I could use an extra pair of hands in this endeavor.
I think I'll pass. You've already ruined my day. I'm not going to let you ruin my life by turning me into an outlaw.
Fair enough. I had to try.
Oh, of course. So I assume you'll want to get started on the repairs for the, Snapdragon.
That seems like rather a big job right now. Why don't we have a small break? I, for one, would like to test out my new hover helmet.
Really? That's what you're calling it?
It's just a working title.
Well, there's an ancient monument about 30 clicks that way. A quick there and back should provide an adequate test for that ridiculous-looking thing. I'll keep an eye on Fast Track as I carry out a few odd jobs.
Excellent! I shall radio you if I run into any difficulties.
Have fun.
Be good, Fast Track!
What does he think he looks like?
I wonder... Thundercracker, can you get a fix on Ramjet's exact location before contact was lost?
Give me an astro second, and I should be able to triangulate his position with the data we have. Okay, well, according to these readings, he was in the orbital pool of the planet Welker.
Welker? What do we know about this Welker?
Now, apparently it's just a barren sand planet with no indigenous life. If you ask me, it sounds like prime real estate for a secret rebel base. It could easily be hidden from our scans.
I'm not so sure. If there were a secret Autobot base down there, the last thing they would do is compromise themselves by shooting down a lone seeker who couldn't even detect them.
An ambush, then? Or maybe a smugglers protecting their patch?
Possibly. Maybe Ramjet was about to accidentally discover something he wasn't supposed to. Who do we have in the area?
We got Dirge and Thrust on joint patrol in the Firmament system. They could be at Welker in a hot cycle.
Very well. Pass me through to Dirge at once.
Ooh, what have we here? Fascinating. There's no inscriptions. Nothing on the other side. Oh. Was that metal? There's something here. What on? Let's put you down over here. Oh. Well, you're not going to be telling me much, are you? Curious, though. How did he... What the... What is this?
Fast track? Why the hurry, whatever is the matter?
My, General Crunk. What an unexpected honor. I studied your tactics at the Academy, your victories in the drone wars. Well, stuff of legend, sir.
Yes, thank you. But that was a very long time ago. Another life, one might say. But, how can I help you,
Oh, pardon my manners, General. I'm just a little bit starstruck is all. Presenting Brawl.
Greetings, General.
Blast Off.
How's it going, sir?
Swindle.
Yeah, how you doing?
And 4X.
Charmed, I'm sure.
My name is Onslaught, and we are the Combaticons.
Well, welcome to my home. Not much, but, Could I offer the Combaticons some refreshing energon?
Most kind, but that won't be necessary, General. We shan't keep you from your lawful business for very long. You don't mind if my team takes a look around, do you?
No. No, not at all.
Brawl.
Vortex, blast off. You two check over there. Swindle, with me.
Perhaps you could enlighten me as to the reason for your search, Commander Onslaught.
Please, just Onslaught. My team and I are tracking a dangerous fugitive, sir. One Lord Zarak. He escaped justice using a Snapdragon-class starfighter. That Snapdragon-class starfighter, to be exact.
Oof! Can you smell that? Oh, it stinks of Zarak around here.
I mean, really? Did he really get away from us in this crusty old Snapdragon?
You?
What?
How did he escape from you? I hit him twice. All you needed to do was land one shot on him, and we'd be back home on Cybertron by now, instead of searching through all this ghastly sand that gets in all my motors.
Well, gee, thanks, teammate.
Oh, something has upset him. If anyone should be upset, it should be me. Getting all the sand in my gears.
Hey, do you realize what you got here?
It's a Sky Stalker.
You got any idea how many of these things got made?
10.
Yeah. Know it all.
Swindle. Don't touch anything.
Yeah, I know.
It would, make my job much easier, General, if you were to answer my questions honestly. Now, clearly you've seen Lord Zarak recently, yes?
Clearly.
Is he currently on the premises, sir? Has he threatened you in any way, General? If so, the Combaticons can offer you protection.
Powerful. Lasting protection.
Yes, thank you, 4X. I'll handle the questioning. Resume your search.
Oh, gee, the shade of your lights. Why the hell why would anyone listen to me? Everyone's being horrible to me. I just don't understand.
Unfortunately, your journey has been wasted, Onslaught. Zarak is no longer here. Earlier today, he turned up out of nowhere in that battered Snapdragon, rambling on about being in danger. I told him that I didn't want any trouble here whatsoever. I'm retired, you see, so I gave him a new ship and he left.
You gave him a ship? Just like that?
Well, we fought alongside one another in the drone wars. So, yes, I gave him a ship. But in return, he left me his drone, Fast Track. You know, to help around the place. My motors aren't what they used to be.
What kind of a ship did you give him?
Nothing much. An old eight-face fighter, roughly equal to his Snapdragon.
And, did he mention where he was headed?
I believe he said something about a wandering moon.
Did he now? Very interesting.
Unfortunately, when I pressed him for more information, he wouldn't elaborate.
Finish our sweep, sir. Zarak's footprints are all over this compound. Best guess, he flew in and he flew out.
Excuse me, but may I ask a question?
But of course, General.
On whose authority are you here?
I'm afraid I can't answer that, sir. It's all very hush-hush. As a former military bot, I'm sure you understand.
Oh, yes. Of course.
Well, thank you for your cooperation. We better get on our way. Good day to you, General. Oh, there is one more thing, sir. Slightly embarrassing, but our orders include making an example of anyone caught rendering aid to Lord Zarak.
But I didn't know he was a fugitive.
Oh, I believe you, sir. But orders is orders. As a former military bot, I'm sure you understand. Combaticons, present arms! Fire! Alright, ceasefire! Terribly sorry about the mess.
What have you done?
Thank you for your cooperation, General. Blast off, laying a course for LS4.
Yes, sir.
LS4? We just came from that dump. What are we all the way back there for? Is that where he is? That don't make any sense.
You guys cut it out back there!
Shuttlecraft. Oh no. Fast Track! Fast Track, where are you? Are you alright? Can you hear?